Hello all, and this evening we are playing Sisters Royale, which is a, what do you call it? A top-down shoot 'em up? I think that's fair enough. There is a story to this game. Does a top-down shoot 'em up need a story? Oh no, there's 5 sisters, and you can pick them and play as them. I played this a little, but I haven't really read into the story. But it seems like they're all after the same person. So it's sort of like a, what do you call a love triangle with 5 people? I don't know. Anyway, none of that matters. What matters is the gameplay. You can skip all this with the options button, which is fantastic. So if you're not interested in the story, you can just skip it. You can actually turn off story mode in the options menu, and also you can adjust loads of gameplay features, like to change the game's difficulty, basically. So that's pretty cool. So each character you play as, because in this game, of course, you're not playing as a spaceship. Usually associate these type of games with spaceships. No, you're playing as one of these flying female characters, and they all have different abilities. You see in the top left there, they're shots. Some have like a spray shot or a more direct shot. We've actually also got the extra character here, who has a shot that sort of you can manipulate and move from left to right and sort of do a spray across the I was going to say a spray across the screen, but that sounds kind of messy, doesn't it? Anyway, I played with this character on my first playthrough, so I'm actually going to try a different character this time. I'm going to try... let's try one who's sort of like a range shot. Let's try... Isi. I played it on normal last time, so I'm going to play it on easy and see how many continues it takes me to play through, because on normal it took me 15 continues, because I am not an expert. Let's get on with it at this type of game. So square is your bomb button. You got 5 bombs, you build them up. Basically bombs wipe out everything on screen. Circle is your fire button. Just move around the left analog stick. There are a few obstacles on the playing field, like these trees and stuff. You can't just fly over them. So every stage you have one of these cubes which attacks you. But you only have a limited time to defeat it. There you go. That's nice colourful graphics and fun enemies, I think. That sort of laser thing there on X, but I don't really know how to use that one. Usually your secondary attack on X is sort of close quarters attack, and at the end of every stage you're fighting your love rival. Which in this case is Sonne, another character that you can play as, of course. Still not sure what those fairies do. Do they make you invincible for a short while? I'm not 100% on that. Oops, there he goes. Sometimes it's one continue used already. Sometimes it's difficult to tell when you're actually losing health. You really have to take note of what's on the left hand side of the screen there, the life bar. You get 3 of them, 3 bars of life. There we go, so just one continue on the first stage. If I keep this up, it might just be one continue per stage, which would be substantially less than the 15 I used last time. But there's only 5 stages in the game, so I say one continue a stage basically. It's a new record. I'm dreaming, that's what it is. So yeah, it's certainly there if you want it, the story. But for the purposes of this playthrough, we won't be getting into that. They're relatively short, those sequences are, though. It's not like screens and screens of text. It's quite reasonable. Looks like my attack's sort of home on to enemies. So I guess there's a character here to suit every play style. Takes a while to activate that. That does. I think certainly the more I play this, the better I'm getting at it, but it could be just because I'm playing on easy now. If I say make use of your bomb attacks, you may as well. You usually have enough of them. These bird enemies are coming back again. More continue. I just noticed you aren't actually flying, you're running. There you go, the story bits aren't actually that long. Yeah, there you go. Stage 2 done. Again, just one continue. I think as we get up to the final stage where there's 2 boss battles, we're probably going to use more continues. So on to stage 3. As you can see, this game you can progress through it relatively quickly. But it is good fun. It's, you know, it's well made. It controls very well. But yeah, you can hear the footsteps there. First time I played this, I didn't notice that you're actually running on the ground, because usually these sort of games you're flying. Because most, I'm trying to think of other top-down shooters I've actually played. I've played Raiden or Raiden, I'm not sure exactly what to call it, on the PS1. And there's also Gunbird as well. I'm familiar with that. I played some of that. Is it Gunbird 2 on the Dreamcast? That's the one I played the most of. But I'm not a big shoot-up kind of guy. Although I do really like R-Type. I think R-Type, I have a lot of nostalgia for that one because I had R-Type DX on my Game Boy Color. But of course R-Type is a horizontal shooter. This is a bit interesting, the wind here. Yeah, it does actually push you. Well, that's a bit of variety in the stages. One thing I did mention, I wrote a review for this for blastprocess.com, which you can check out, is that there wasn't much variety in the levels. But yeah, I guess there's a little bit more than I gave it credit for in reality. But what I meant really by that was you always have the same structure. You fight that cube thing, and then you fight one of the girls, so... There's variety, but perhaps just not enough. None of the stages feel drastically different from each other, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Again, I think I only use one continue, so I can testify that easy mode is easier than normal mode. This one's a bit different because it's dark. If that's the difference here. You do get a reuse of enemies. It's interesting that you can't really see what you're shooting at. But you can shoot these lights, if I remember correctly. In my review I also mentioned about the walls, and they become more apparent the more you play through the game. It gives you the next obstacle to sort of dodge around. Oh, that's one continue. Because when you continue, you get all your bombs back, so that's good. Oh, there we go. Just made it through. So I've still got a little way to go before I can complete the game with no continues. But I think one per stage isn't too bad. I definitely feel like I'm completing it quicker on this easy mode than I did with the normal mode. Well, this is concerning that I've already used a continue on this stage, so... See, this last stage is getting more difficult. So this is the first of two love rivals. Oh dear, I didn't mean to get hit then. Of course I didn't mean to get hit. I like the attacks home in on enemies here. Funky music there. So this is the, I guess the guy that they've all been into, and they all want to marry this dude. Oh no! So that's two continues on this stage thus far. So there's 6 continues used in all. I don't really want to use another one. You may not have to. I think I'm getting better at dodging bullets. Ah! is there actually a third? Yes, I forgot about this. I kept saying there was 2 fights, but then you find out that this guy you fancy Satan, which is, you know, a normal thing, I guess. And he's really tough. I can't remember if I used 2 or 3 continues on that level. Whoop. But I did better than last time, but I was playing on easy. And that's how long it takes to play through the game on easy. Yeah, a little bit of an ending. Some jolly music, everyone's fine. But I won't spoil the ending for you if you want to play the game. But it's fun. I think it does what it sets out to do very well. You even get a trophy for clean easy mode. Okay, so we're going to do another go. We're going to try hard mode. See how hard it really is. And what kind of attack should we go for this time? This one... Let's try this one. Okay, we're doing it. We're trying hard mode. How long will we last? Oh, I always press square to begin with. Oh, the chest there, the first time I've seen that. I think that's got an extra bit of health than it had before. I can't remember it. But it's definitely harder because I feel like maybe the projectiles are a bit smaller and there feels to be more of them in this mode. The enemy projectiles, that is. Oh, there we go. Oh, oops. I meant to say yes. Well, perhaps we can just try another character. Let's try Selma. On normal, 'cause it's the only mode we haven't seen yet. Oh my. Oh yes, she has a really cool attack. you actually spin the left analog stick as you hold down X. I don't know if he knew this indefinitely, but it's pretty different from the rest of the characters. This, hey, that's a pretty good attack. It's not as strong as the regular range attack though, I don't think. But you have got quite a distance on this. Oh no, it's pretty strong. But yeah. Make sure you keep looking at your life. Of course, it's easy to stay back because then the projectiles get more spread out so you can dodge them easier. Love rivals coming! Oh, she got me. And get all them points. Difficult to get close enough to use the X attack in this case. Oh! Yeah, you too many continues on this one. But the difficulty levels do actually reflect the difficulty, which is good. Easy is easy, but not too easy. Normal's hard, but not... well, it's particularly hard. I never quite got up to this stage on the boss when I played it on hard, so... And there we go. Okay, well I think we'll leave it there. It's pretty much seen most of the game here. We'll just quit out. You can upload your scores online. And also practice mode, which I haven't tried. I'm not sure. We'll just have a quick look at what practice mode actually is. Oh, so you can choose it at the stage you want. That's cool. So it's nice to have that option. You can choose infinite lives, infinite bombs. That's cool. Okay. So basically that's what practice mode is. But you'll notice on the front screen here we've got 6 characters. Usually there's only 5, but we've had access to this character Odie or Ode or Ode. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but he's a character, or she's a character from a popular shooting series which developers also made, Castle of Shikigami, I think it is. Excuse me if I got the name wrong there. But that's extra download content that you can purchase. The game itself actually is pretty cheap. It's £11.50, I think. So it's not too bad. It's not a full price game. I think that's pretty reasonable for what you get in this game actually. And there's always a potential it could go down in sales as well. So actually, I was just going to show you the options menu briefly, because there's lots of things you can do here. This is a tutorial, so I would have been wise to try that first, but I didn't. But you can change these. Say if you're using a vertical display, you can do that. Usual stuff. Here's where you turn story mode on and off. Got some extra stuff about the controls. Also this Maniac options menu, where you can choose like bullet size, bullet speed, TBS range, not sure what that is, auto bomb on and off. So there's loads of things that you can tweak and customize. So it's actually, within quite a short game, there's quite a lot to keep you going. This game's also available on Switch, so that's a good option if you want to play it portably. I imagine this would be quite a good portable game. But yeah, I think it's just about 20p more on Switch for some reason. But that's it. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video and you've got an insight into what is Sisters Royale. It is out now, as of I think it's the 30th of January. So you can find us on PlayStation Store and Nintendo eShop for a very reasonable price. So thanks again for watching, and until we see you again, it's goodbye and game on.